Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction, bringing you yet another reaction video. Tonight, we're gonna be giving a listen to the homies, my boy Rob. Big shout outs to him. I'll tell a funny anecdote about Rob after I do the reaction video, but please go check out his band Fauxtrot. They just released a new song, Retrace Embrace, which I'm gonna be reacting to right now. I'll leave a link down below to all their social media. Make sure to go give them some love. They have a new record that's gonna be coming out, and they're gonna, the little birdie told me they're coming on the channel at some point sometime soon, so keep your eyes peeled. You'll probably be seeing them pretty soon. But either way, wanted to check this out. Big shout outs to Rob again. Love that dude. And I wanted to try to get this as much push as I possibly can. So let's jump into Retrace Embrace right now. All right. The drummer is nuts. Ooh. I like this switch up. Ooh. The delusion you've been using to get through the hard times, the bad. So just stop me dead in my tracks. There's no way I'm coming back, but you can devise a plan on how to win me back. An illusion of confusion, the delusion you've been using to get through the hard times, the bad. I like this instrumental break. Okay. Ooh, I like this. Really ethereal. I like it. It's cool. There's no way I'm coming back. You can devise a plan on how to win me back. So stop me dead in my tracks. There's no way I'm coming back. Oh, a little rise. Woo. Very good. I like it. Guys, that was Fauxtrot's newest song, Retrace Embrace. You can check the links below if you want to go give him some love. So about that side tangent real fast. So Rob had met me. Shout outs to the homies, my loves. I love these people. With Sales Ahead, they're playing a show in Philly with my other loves, Pulses. Big salutes to them. But they were playing a show in Philadelphia, and I walked in and I like sat down and I was talking to shout outs to Santino. And I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around and Rob's looking at me, and I'm like, hey, how's it going, man? And then like he introduced himself and said like, hey, I watched your stuff and like yada yada yada, and we just started chatting, and he's a super nice guy. I've met him a couple more times after that point, but that was like the first time meeting him in person, and just really sick. So I felt like almost a need or a want to do this, just because I feel like they're in a band and they're starting out, and like I obviously want to be able to help them out, but also at the same time he seems like a cool dude. So big shouts to Rob. But either way, I mean, I don't feel like that detracts from my love of the track. So I feel like good job, guys. But I kind of really enjoyed the fact that this encapsulates a lot of the things I love about like swancore and that type of genre of music that just encapsulates like post-hardcore. There's a little bit of funk. There's a little bit of like, obviously like alternative music in there as well too. I think they do a great job of finding those niches and hitting them super well. I'd also say that I really enjoyed Rob's vocals. His vocal range is definitely a little bit more in that like mid to like lower register, which is, I would argue, pretty different. A lot of the times I find is that when I listen to swancore, a lot of the vocalists of the genre have more of that like mid to higher range. So it was nice to kind of hear something a little bit more in that mid section. I thought that was really tight. He's got a really kind of like warmth to his tone, so I think I appreciated that a lot too. Two vocalists that really came to mind off the bat were like Andrew Wells from Idola. Definitely, especially like his lower end, definitely reminds me a lot of that. I'd also say another personal favorite of mine, Kurt Travis, from Gold Necklace, Royal Coda, obviously X Dance, Gavin Dance. So I feel like his lower end is definitely kind of similar to both of their like mid to lower range. So really enjoyed that, and just kind of like the necessity of that. I would love to hear, I mean, I heard a little bit of falsetto parts, but it would have been nice to hear maybe something where Rob kind of pushed his vocal prowess a little bit more. I do find that in certain parts, like, it would have been cool to just hear him kind of like belt or do something like a little bit more out there, because I feel like the talent is certainly there. So it would have been nice to hear something. Just I think if you're really trying to sell me on it, I think like holding back isn't going to like, I don't feel like it's going to be able to hold me to that same sort of accountability. I really would enjoy when an artist really has no no disregard for their vocal abilities, right? Like, I think the whole point is you want to be able to see what a vocalist can do, and if you are going to do it, I feel like you gotta deliver on that. So I think for me personally, I would have loved to hear a little bit more like either grit, or I would have loved to hear like some more like stretching of range. I think that was what would have really kind of like, I think that's what really would have ticked me over the edge for this song, where I feel like it is a very good song and it's a very well written song. I just think that they're like, I'm hoping for there to be something else, and maybe again I'm just basing this off of one single. There's probably more music to come, certainly. So I'm not gonna hold my judgment as a too heavy of a hand judgment here, but I would have loved to hear just a little bit more push. I think that's what have really, if I could surmise it in so many words, I think that's what would have been great, and I think that's what would have kind of just. I think that's what it would have told me. Hey, this is pushing it from a good song to a great song, right? So I think that would be my only major critique of the song. Instrumentation wise, I really enjoyed it. Kind of again reminded me a lot of like a Hail the Sun or like a Royal Coda, or as well as that. maybe like a little wolf and bear. Like, it kind of gives me that sort of a vibe, which I love. Hail the Sun as well. I'd probably include them in this list too. But it's definitely got a little bit more of a vibe to it that I feel like maybe like more of the swancore bands that lean a little bit heavier. I don't feel like they are quite in there. I think they rely more on that like funk, the rhythm, the groove, and I think they definitely do that well. Their bass player and drummer feel like locked in, which I love because I feel like what makes a really good swancore group good is if that bass and drumming is locked in. And I think they both obviously communicate very well on what needs to fit the song and what needs to go on. So I love that. The guitar player was also great as well. Love some of the more like intricate like riff lines as well. That was really sick. And then some of like the lead work as well. I imagine that's like obviously dubbed over in in the studio. And I imagine either they might have another guitar player or maybe it's backtrack. I don't have any idea since I haven't seen Fauxtrot yet live, but plan to see them soon. But yeah, overall, I think it's a very solid song. I think it's a good start if you, again, have not been familiarized with Fauxtrot at all. I think it is a good representation of the band. I would love to see a little bit more. I think I definitely feel like there's more in the tank, and I can definitely feel it within the song itself. So I can almost imagine that this was maybe out there for like a little reservation. I would have liked to hear just maybe like if we're sitting at an 8, I would like to hear a 9. Just a little bit extra, or even a 10. I mean, a 10 would be sick. But I'm not expecting the world. I feel like I think there could be more stuff, and I think there's absolutely growth there, and that's what I'm really stoked about, is that I think there is so much potential that it makes me excited for the next release. So if you are like me and you are excited for the next release, please go check out Fauxtrot. All of the links are going to be down in the description. Please go show them some love. They are a small like tri-state area band, so if you do live in the area close to where I live, please go out and see them. I know that they are playing Philly on like a weekender run. They're also playing Jersey. I think they're playing I'm not gonna. I know for a fact they're playing those 2 dates, certainly. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you want to go check out their Instagram page, that's the best place to find out when they're playing next. But yeah, let me know what you think about Retrace Embrace. Let me know if you feel like my comments are off. Would love to know what other people's thoughts are on the track as well, down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this reaction video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It does go a long way, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.